Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast, me RANGROO, and today we are doing a 2v2 on Murdet. And so, on the right hand side, in blue, playing as the allies, we have Feels Badman as 15th Scots, and Turgan as the Guards Armour Division. On the left hand side, playing as the Axes, we have Mr. Violi as the Panjalair, and Leibstranddarte SS something something, as you guess, the Trophus as Panzer Division. We are going to be speeding things up and getting things going. So we got 2 armoured versus infantry. An armoured deco. I'd kind of count 15 infantry as an armoured deck. I do get some pretty nice options. Heavily armoured Churchills, the Challengers, are kind of like a crappier Firefly, but still a 17 pounder. And Daimyo Little Johns and whatnot. I have some pretty good armoured choices. It's just all rather slow or really lightly armoured. One or the other. And we are going to be getting things going. We got a Boy to Cromwell and a Firefly starter, so that's like, well, I think that's over 300 points. Yeah, it's 300 points, so that's bloody 60% of Mr. Leibstranddarte's point is in that opener. And that is a very expensive opener, very risky to do such a thing, because if he loses one or the other, it does kill a lot of his momentum. So he's just using some recon, a little bit of infantry. Nothing really too much. Mr. Villi got a 2-3-4. A lot of 2-5 runs. There's a lot of fire support stuff, not even a Puma. And Turgan's taken top. Got his Monk 3 recon. A lot of his infantry, of course. Quite a lot of infantry. Feels Badman too. Got the Honey Stewart out. I think got another Honey Stewart down here maybe. No, I don't see it. Alright, we got Spar Troopers taking the mid. And a 6 pounder in a good spot. Not in range to kill the Boy to Cromwell, yo. And as you can see, the Cromwell taking advantage of its longer range capabilities, forcing that 6 pounder to piss off. And yeah, he is falling back. And am I running the mod? Oh yeah, I am running the mod. So the mod you're hearing right now, and I might do this for future replays if it works, is no glow. So when you actually zoom in, you can't see any of that stupid glowing stuff. It's pretty useful in terms of, in your screen, but when you want to get a cinematic shot, it's not good. And as you can hear, the sound quality is much better. As we got Honey Stewart taking control of the mid. And the Boy to Cromwell and the Boy to Firefly coming in. Now the Honey Stewart can kill both at this range. It can definitely kill both. So it's going to be risky moving it around that corner. And you can see the Honey is trying to shoot the Cromwell. And here comes the Firefly. This is really risky. And such a close range. The Firefly is going to get first shot. It misses. Another miss on the Honey Stewart, yo. And he is going to be falling back. As the Boy to Firefly tries to get a good angle down the road. And he's just going to be pulling back a little bit. Real good use of the tanks keeping the Cromwell together. But the Cromwell's tracks are broken. So it can't exactly do much. We got a push up here from Turgan. Motorized and standard rifles with half-track support. As you can see, Leibstranddarte really left his top hand flank exposed. The Firefly probably could have done a better job up here because it is more open, more long range. But now he's kind of stuck in the mid. Down below, Panjalair doing a pretty good job. I mean, the Panzergrunds are getting pinned down by the rifles of all things, and Honey Stewart, just in a strategic location. But I have managed to capture this sort of tree line here, which is rather important. If you can hold this, it's pretty easy to stop him from coming over here. It's a good strategic location, a good strategic defensive location. That's what I'm trying to say. And the rifles are still pushing. The pack gun kills the half track. But the rifles are coming in, and they're pretty much buggered. And that's just going to be a huge rod of land they are going to be capturing. That airplane sound, that is a sexy airplane sound. As the Spitfire flies around. Doing some strafing runs on the Panzer Grenadiers. We got a Messerschmitt Ionia, a G6. You're going to be having a bit of a dogfight. It is a very even dogfight, as you can see. They're statistically the same, except for armament loadout. I believe the Messerschmitt does have more. Yeah, the Messerschmitt does have more high explosive power. Nah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You can put 8 HE. The Spitfire can only put, what's it called? 6. We've got a Tempest, Joe. Underground's getting pinned down. Strafing runs from the Spitfire. As we've got a second person here from Feels Bad. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't really have any anti-tank weaponry. Does have the rifle leaders. We see at 1.5 track is having a bit of a field day. He's forced to surrender eventually. We've got a 250 now holding the gap. But he's just going to get pinned down, I believe. Just overwhelming fire. He's forced to bug off. The Germans are holding this and the array rather well, just using good work of their light vehicle advantage in the early game. I mean, Tigan does get half tracks, but they only have the Vickers machine gun. It's not like the 3rd Armoured, which does have access to the M3A1 and 50 cal machine guns. And you see, this is going to rust, and they're going to be a little bit too cocky. Rifle leader's going to shoot, but wow, Rapier actually hit something. Good show, and we've even got the Puma in the mid. But the thing is, the Allies have the +2 point advantage, as you can see, and they are taking a nice bit of ground up top. Because Leifstrandarte left is completely open. I really want to try to move in the Firefly up here to plug in the gap. That's exactly what he's doing. The Cromwell, I don't think you can fix the tracks broken, which is a little bit silly. But the Panzerguns are going to be forcing the rifles to stay back. Pack gun gets the kill, knocking out the ace, which is a damn good show. Rifles and PC grinds exchanging fire. AT gun on a good spot, knocking out half track. And we are going to be reaching B phase very shortly, which will give Mr. Villia and Leifstrandarte some needed relief. I wouldn't be surprised if Leifstrandarte is trying to save up for a Panther at the moment, because I'm not exactly seeing too much being brought up on the field for him. Bomb and run from the Spitfire. In the 234. Okay, now that's how a Panzer Werfer should sound. It sounds like it's actually Werfen Panzers. And the Honeysuckle is just booking it in very cocky. It's high on morale damage. So just a little bit more. And it does force the 2341 to surrender. It's going to be opening fire on the half track. God, a bit of a messed up fight here. And there's a machine gun. And there's a Honeysuckle being forced to surrender. A little bit too cocky of that. So, did manage to capture the 234, which I guess was good. And here we go, phase B. We got the Sextant, the Humbler from Turgeon, AA Carrier as well. The Avra from Feels Bad Man. That must be feeling pretty good. But nothing really from the Axes, which makes me think that they are trying to save up a bit more. I mean, you got the Rubberin from Leifstrandarte, which is a damn good fire support unit. And I guess it also acts as anti-air if you wanted to. But fire support is where it shines. And we just have overwhelming infantry from Feels Bad Man, just using his cheap rifles to good effect. And the Panzerwerfer gearing up to werf more Panzers. And the Allies still a great foothold up top, as you can see, bringing some more reinforcements to Cromwell Mark 6. And the Humbler, of course. And here we go. We got the Ritman. We got the Tiger Ritman here, ladies and gentlemen. Not the Panther, but the Tiger. And I'm guessing he's going to be using this to try and plug up the gap up top. And, well, if he doesn't get cocky with it, he should do a good job. But I feel like he's probably on maybe another infantry squad or recon. Just to support. Yeah, it doesn't really have much recon. It does a Spar trooping, but yeah, not long for this road much longer. And the Saxon's doing some damn good covering fire. Here comes the Avra. Boom! Kills the half track, as you can see. We got the autocannon rush here. The Avra kind of takes 30 seconds to reload, so even at, could that thing kill it from the rear? Okay, so what happens, yeah, is this is the Panzer worth of fire. Half track rushed in, kind of rushed it in, left it in the Panzer worth of fire. Morale damage captured by Avra. That's, he played himself. He played himself. We're just overwhelming machine gun carriers. Jesus. I mean, not exactly good transports. Everyone frontal armor. One armor all around. Now we got the Panzer IV from Mr. Villet, if I'm even saying his name correctly. And he does kill the Avra because at range the Panzer IV does not mess around. And here's the Tiger Ritman. Cromwell can't do much. I'm guessing they're going to be getting a 17-pounder. That's exactly what they're doing. And points rise. Allies are still in the lead. Only a plus run now. They're still pretty close to a +2. But they just have such a nice point advantage. And they're doing a push, as you can see, with the command carriers making their way downtown. Exploiting this gap. We got the 232 trying to intercept. And the 250 as well. And the MMG carriers now making the victory lap behind enemy lines. Unfortunately, he's not German, so he can't be doing it with 222s, because having 222s behind enemy lines is... It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. Boy, the Firefly taking some hits from 17-pounder, going to be keeping it back. Good job keeping it alive this long. I always lose my Firefly in A phase. It's not something that really lives past A. And you got the Tiger actually being smoked there by the Sextant, it seems, which is a pretty good job blocking his line of fire. I'm not seeing a mortar from the Germans, so definitely have to be an allied cause. And it does seem Leishon Zarte is trying to hit up top here or along the side of the allied front lines. We've got the Panzer IV. Yeah, he's pretty much covering the entrance tray. And all he has is rifles, and rifles are good, they're cheap. They're not amazing, but they're cheap. But they can't deal with tanks. That's the one problem with British decks, is that their infantry are not equipped to deal with tanks. Effectively, that is. We've got 250 pinning down the rifles, but also Mr. Vlai, he doesn't really have much infantry. Of course, he's playing Panzer, so you don't have a huge options, or a lot of options to begin with, but I thought we could use another Panzergrenadier squad to try and push through. Because in the forest it will just get a little bit deadly. Because the rifles, they do have 2 submachine guns compared to the run at the PC Grenadier, but at the same time Panzergrenadier have 2 machine guns. I do believe machine guns don't work in the 100-meter range. And at that point as well, the rifles, the Lee Enfield, actually shoots faster than the Kar 98, so... yeah, at close range, the rifles do beat Panzergrenadiers statistically. The Boy de Cromwell still just in the middle. You know, blocked off. It really sucks that you can't fix tracks with a support vehicle. I mean, I understand if you're going from a realistic sense, because, you know, it's pretty hard to change a tank track. Talk to a Tiger crewman. But from a gameplay sense, you know, kind of sucks having a unit that you can't move, and it's kind of dead at that point. It's a sitting duck. Speaking of sitting ducks, this Tiger may get popped by the 17-pounder as it slowly inches its way forward. I wonder if Red 4 is going to be able to see us before it gets a shot, because it isn't in good cover, and it just needs to move up a little bit more. just like around here. But I think he's waiting for the tiger to get closer, doesn't want to risk it. I don't think the tiger is going to be getting much closer. Got the firefly here from Turgan. And we just have a firefly down south. Some machine guns. We got, here comes the 25 pounders here from Feels Bad. 2 of them, pounding away. Hitting up the Peasy Grange. Puma from Mr. Valet. I think the Panda Ralphers are gearing up to rev some more Panzers. There we go. I'm thinking also here would be a good spot for the Germans to try and push through, because they can use their vehicles, you know, suppress the edges of the forest and trying to move through. A 6-pounder isn't a pretty advantageous spot. It'll just snipe anything that does come down the road, so you also have to worry about that. And still the Allies are in the lead. We've got 2 109 G6 R6s in the air. And 2 flies here from Turgan. He really wants that tiger dead. I mean, 2 tanks are better than 1, of course. But it's also a little bit silly, I'd say, having them so close together. And the bombing run just forced both of them to fall back and retreat. Good artillery from the 25 pounders. Here we go, Panzergrenz forcing the rifles to surrender. And I believe they're just out of... No, just use, yeah, they're in the 100-meter range, so I can't use their machine guns. There we go, Crocodile from Feels Bad. I mean, it's pretty equal to the Panzer IV at range. The Panzer IV can easily penetrate, so it all comes down to who can shoot who first. And we got on Mark 7 Churchill down below as well. Hitting up the support vehicle. More rifles, of course. Now, the Axes are in the plus run, but they still need to gain a bit more ground. The Tiger's slowly pushing through. I think... Oh, damn! Mass capture! Did he force both Fireflies to surrender? Holy shit! 222 Rust of the Century, boys. Wow, that's... Yeah, they're just breaking through up north now. We got the Panther G, my bad, being brought in too, and that pushed all the way into the forest. Some Pioneers getting a little bit too frisky, a bit too close. Yeah, I'm going to be flaming the Dingo, and the Dingo is going to be nice and crispy. The Ads Panzer down below. Another Tiger. This time from Mr. Valet. Damn, it's not looking good for the Allies now. I mean, just have the Red Fort just has much more of a mass of stuff. We are in sea phase, so as you see, they do have a better point advantage. Cromwell getting hit up. We've got the bombing run from the Spitfire, hitting up the Peasy Grange. But the Allies still have pretty much their superiority. I mean, you got Tempest back here. Getting a bit too cocky. Messerschmitt's going to be intercepting an inner dogfight. The Messerschmitt cannonring. You just... In this situation, you just want to fall the Tempest back, use its speed to its advantage, because it's 125 kilometers an hour faster than a Messerschmitt, which is more than enough to easily escape. But no, he's just going to be dogfighting. Lysandate's just pushing hard, using the soft tracks. Panther's well. Still has the Tiger Ripman alive. And Churchill slowly making its way through the orchard. And the thing is, if they get Pantograms a little bit closer, they can pop it. But no, they can't, never mind. Fort Churchill to stop here, but it has line of sight to where it is, so it's going to shoot the shit out of those Pantograms. And there's the artillery, and Jesus. That's, it's pretty awesome sounding. There we go, Redfall now has the superiority. Look at that, 5 interceptors. 5 interceptors, all ME-109s. There it's, well, the Blues have managed to stop the red push down below, and there's only 11 minutes left on the plus run. I mean, the Allies are still going to win. They need to get a plus 2 point advantage and make some more headway, some more ground if they want to win, preferably down here. This will be a good chunk of land to capture. Attacking through the forest, not so much. That's the forest too far, to be honest. And as you can see, Field Badman, all the rifles being spammed inside. Try and keep that forest under control. Panzerwerfer, Ref and Panzers going to be blocking that Churchill Crocodile with fire. But it seems like those soldiers really lost a lot of temperament. They've stagnated a little bit. I believe they lost the Panther over here. No, they got the Panther. The Tiger's dead, Joe. Got a bit of a counter-attack on the side of motorized rifles. Getting picked out in the open. And the assault down below is just a bloody meat grinder, as you can see. We've got a Panzer IV off-map RC coming in to join the fray. I mean, the problem, I just realised, the problem with this mod is that you can't see the off-map RT strike locations. Yeah, I guess we can live without that. Yanks Panther is a little bit trouble penetrating the Pack 40 doesn't, and gets the kill. There's the off-map landing. Might be able to kill a 6-pounder, yes it does. And that'd be Panther. This is such a good unit. I cannot stress how awesome it is. Because you're just getting a Panzer IV that also can call an off-map party, but it also dies. Was that? Yeah, that was a crocodile. The Crocodile Rock. JU-88 doing a bombing run and gets intercepted rather quickly by the Tempest. But I still think the Blues are going to be taking his victory. Just because it's meant to hold ground for much longer, even though they're starting to get pummeled a little bit now. As the red had grown some teeth, it's just... and not going to be able to make enough ground. There's just so many rifles and units that they have to punch through. You can't punch through all of that, and they're all in good locations, because even past the 50% line, the halfway line, the Allies have really good cover to take advantage of. This orchard field here provides great just poking opportunities into the side. You know, they've got nice forest cover here. It's very kind of risky to push over here and all this area. Unless you go hard and have like a lot of infantry. But they are playing Panzer decks. They have vetted infantry, which is nice. But just not enough. As it feels bad, man, says he has rifles. All I'm seeing is bloody rifles. And we're likely reaching the climax of the match, as they will think the Axis are going to surrender, as they just can't push any further. We got a good bombing run on the artillery battery here, but it's not going to be enough. Bit of a furball in the sky, but the Allies fighters managed to get the kills, and as goes Salmon whatever the hell that is, Jesus. And that's going to be a victory for the Blues, taking pretty samey. KD, Lucian Darte got a lot of kills, which I'm guessing is because of that final push, yeah. And we just take a look, they did lose a lot of stuff earlier on the Reg. But later on, they just got the kills of the Tigers. The Ripman, yeah, doing pretty damn good. The planes all around. And yeah, really what happened is they just could not take advantage of the early game. And even though when they did attack later on, it was pretty hard for them to push. I think having a Firefly at the top would have helped out much more, because losing all that ground on the northern side was pretty bad early on. You shouldn't have lost that much. And that is because he did get the Cromwell and Firefly off the bat, which is 60% of your points. And also attacking down below is a meat grinder. It's a rather difficult map to really push through, because there's rather nasty terrain going from left to right once you push through the halfway line. And I'm going to shut up and leave it at that. This has been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.